Donald Trump kind of lost it today at the White House when he had Apple CEO Tim Cook over for a big business announcement. He let the press ask some questions, and of course, they asked about a reported meeting tonight between J.D. Vance, Kash Patel, and Pam Bondi to discuss the strategy they're going to take in regards to Donald Trump being named in the Epstein files.
The two Kevins, very good.
Mr. President, is Vice President Vance hosting a gathering this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
Is he working on what?
Is he hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
I don't know. I could ask you that question. I don't know of it, but I think here's the man right here.
I saw it reported today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation, and I think the reporter who reported it needs to get better sources.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country, and that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit, okay?
Donald Trump there continuing the Epstein cover-up, saying the entire scandal is bullshit. And these type of responses are exactly how Donald Trump is hurting himself with his mega base. For years, he told these people that all they need to do is vote him into the White House and he'll release all the files. And of course, now that he's in the White House, none of those files are getting released. And that the entire scandal is just bullshit. Now, remember, this clip comes days after Donald Trump's former defense attorney and now deputy attorney general in his administration met with Ghislaine Maxwell. And then after that meeting, she was transferred to a minimum security prison. And now Ghislaine Maxwell and her lawyers are claiming that all of the Epstein court files need to remain sealed to protect her due process. And that buys time for Donald Trump to scrub his name from those files. It's clear as day what's happening. And it's amazing that Donald Trump thinks he's just going to bullshit his way out of this. Another tell from J.D. Vance there is his taking the Donald Trump approach and just calling the report fake news and saying they need better sources. I mean, J.D. Vance, you're terrible at this. And that's really what they're probably going to talk about tonight in this meeting is like, okay, once Donald Trump goes, if that happens within a week, a month, whatever, what's going to happen to the MAGA movement? Because J.D. Vance is not Donald Trump. He cannot get the sheep of the MAGA movement to follow like Donald Trump can. Another thing Donald Trump told these people was that he was going to bring down grocery prices. The economy was going to soar under Donald Trump. And listen to how he described rising grocery prices today during that same Apple event.
People like Tim have tremendous schools and training centers that they build along with a lot of their big plants where they train people on whether it's glass, like in Kentucky, or computers or whatever they might be doing. It's a complex world, and they train people, and they do a great job. So it's a whole new workforce. Now, we have a lot of them in energy because, you know, they've always liked energy. As you know, coal has opened up and opened up big. We brought it back and brought it back in a very large way. You know, China's right now building 58 coal-fired plants, 58 big ones. And here we were saying we don't take coal. We have more coal than anybody else in the world. We have more oil and gas than anybody else in the world. But we have tremendous energy jobs. And the energy, as you know, we're booming with energy. And that's why the gasoline prices are down. Costs are down. I just hope when they watch these shows, I watch this, I won't use names because I just make them better known that nobody knows who they are. But I watch this group of people on CNN and MSDNC too, the same thing, where they say, well, costs have gone up. Costs haven't gone up, they've gone down. I'm telling you, the thing that's gone up is stock prices and success of our country. Our country is really, really doing well, successful. Yes, ma'am.
More BS from Donald Trump there. Grocery prices continue to rise. Gas prices are nowhere near $2. But in Trump's mega bubble, he thinks that these people are just going to eat what he's saying, that they're going to believe him over their own wallets. And I've got a big surprise for Donald Trump and this administration. It is not going to work. Now, another thing that Donald Trump claimed he was during his campaign was that he was this big business leader, this business savant. I want you to watch Tim Cook give Donald Trump a golden base and a piece of glass at the event today.
As part of this historic commitment, Apple will massively increase spending on its domestic supply chain for the iPhone and will build the largest and most sophisticated smart glass production line in the world in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, which is a great, actually, I did very well there. I like it because I see I did very well there. I did very well in Kentucky, but it's a great place. You're going to be very happy. I thought maybe while we're up, I'll interrupt my own speech by you might show them a little bit about the product that you're going to be doing in Kentucky, Tim.
Absolutely. Do you mind if I step up?
Yes, please.
This box is made in the U.S., California, and this glass comes off the Corning line. It's engraved for President Trump. It's a unique unit of one. It was designed by a U.S. Marine Corps corporal, a former one, that works at Apple now.
That's good. He's done well.
Designed it for you. And the base comes from Utah and is 24 karat gold. And it sits, I'll take the liberty of setting it up.
Wow.
Well, there we go. Congratulations,
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
President.
It's
Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
Great people of Kentucky. You're going to find it a great place to do business, too. Fantastic. Isn't that nice? We're doing these things now in the United States instead of other countries.
It's very clear that corporations, CEOs, they know how to handle Donald Trump because Donald Trump, and this is really illustrative of Donald Trump's relationship with corporations. He is essentially holding them hostage. He's putting a gun to their head and saying, "What are you going to do for me?" And so, of course, they give him things. They give him gold in exchange for not being punished with tariffs or whatever delusional policy he comes up with. And so this business savant is really just a domestic economic terrorist, a hijacker who threatens these companies in exchange for gifts. So Donald Trump, a big 0 for 3 today. You know, the Epstein scandal, completely failing it. The economy, completely failing it. Business relations, completely failing. But let me know what your reflections are. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to subscribe. We are almost at 200,000 subscribers. We continue to grow, and that is awesome. We continue to resist. We continue to reflect together, and that's amazing. So be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like this video. Leave your comments. My name is Brendan Plank with Reflect Politics. See you in the next video.